Another day at Target. I'm making a run because I'm trying to find something for my wife. There's a book that she's been looking for, and it's been very kind of hard to find. So we're gonna take a look at the book section, see what's there, and then see if there's anything else interesting. So my wife's all into the big book talk thing, and this is technically the book she's looking for, the Target exclusive Onyx Storm. So not there, but we'll take a look and see if we can find it. Maybe it's hidden. Every time I see these books on the wall, they really like pull my eye. I really like the covers on those. And this is that Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I think this is part of that same series that I'm looking for. You know, it's hard because you have all these, deluxe or exclusive covers and whatnot. So, it makes it fun, but sometimes it's hard to find, those exclusive sites. All right, well, we're back from Target. Wasn't able to find my wife the book she's looking for. But before I go to bed, I have a few things I need to do. Tomorrow is the Blow on the Clock Tower event that our group is running. And that'll be around 6 or 6:30, around there. But I need to create the script and the tokens that we're going to need for the game. So I'm going to kind of show you guys how that works. I also have a showdown for Star Wars Unlimited. A showdown is a store tournament. It's kind of like very similar to what I play every Friday night, but it's more competitive and there are more rewards and prizes, and that starts at noon. So I'm going to try to do both events. But because I've booked the Blow on the Clock Tower, if I have to leave the tournament, I'll have to leave the tournament. But we're going to set up that deck, get that all squared away, but I'm going to show you guys real quick how we do Blow on the Clock Tower. So let's check it out. So the first thing that I have to do is we have what are called scripts. And I've kind of narrowed it down to two separate scripts here. We have these Illusions of Evil, and then I have this custom script here, so no name. And basically what a script is, if you were asking what this game is these are all of the roles that are in the game. So all of these could be a potential token that you will pull from the bag, and every character has their own ability. So you will have a specific ability when you pull your token. And so the script kind of outlines potentially the story, or kind of like the interactions that will be created, and only the characters that are on this sheet are going to be in the game. So you have a kind of an idea of what you're playing against and what other people could be, and you have to use your abilities and your skills to win the game. This script is fun. It has a few things I really like. Lycanthrope also has 4 potential demons that we can play. This script that I made is good, but it only has a single demon in the game. So it's a much different script. It also has a little bit more changes. So you have extra characters and extra sections. A little bit more complex, but because we're playing a pretty full game, I might just build this script. So what we're going to do is we got to go through my box here in my Blow on the Clock Tower. I need to make sure I get all of these tokens. Some of them are from the base game. Some of them are Kickstarter exclusive. Make sure I got them all set up and ready to go, plus any of the tokens that are required, and we'll kind of show you how that works. So let's get started. Okay, so here we have our box. These are the base scripts that are part of the base game. So I'm going to remove those. I'm gonna need this. This helps for the player count, so we'll keep that to the side. But I'm just gonna remove these 3 base scripts, and I'm gonna leave them at home. We need our token bag, obviously. Name tags. I'm going to bring them in case we need them, but I'm assuming that our host who's hosting the event will have them. So I'm going to bring that. We're going to need that. This is what our grimoire sets onto, so we're going to go and make sure we have that. Rule books we do not need, so we're going to leave the rule books home. Okay, so this is kind of how I've organized. It's actually supposed to be like this. How I've organized my box. I've got all the scripts in here. These are the base game scripts, and then up here I have all of my extras, and then in here we have just tokens and stuff. So I really like how I've got this set up, and I'm not gonna do this whole thing on the vlog, obviously. Just kind of showing you guys kind of how this works. So over here I have my script. So I'm going to know, like, I have to get chef, washerwoman, librarian. I already know that those guys are part of the trouble brewing script. So I'll kind of show you how that works, and then I'll kind of cut and do this real quick. But yeah, so inside one of these scripts here, we have the demon player, the evil minions, the outsiders who are good players, but they're not, very helpful. And then we have the townsfolk. So I'm going to go through, I need the townsfolk first. So I just go through here. Washerwoman was one of them. And we needed the chef. Where's the chef? The chef is right there. And we needed a librarian. Did I pass the librarian somewhere? Right there. So that right away. We also need the undertaker. So I've already got 4 of the tokens. Now, up here, these little leaves and stuff actually tell you how many reminder tokens that I'm going to need. So I need 2 reminder tokens for this character, and those are all located in here, and they're pretty easy. They'll just have matching art. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to get all my tokens, and you guys can kind of see how I do it. And then we'll cut back and kind of talk about it. Okay, so we've got everything done. So I've got all the tokens I'm going to need to take with me. I'm going to go and cover them with this to kind of keep them in place. And then I'm going to take my script, all my scripts that I've made, throw them in there. I'm going to need those tokens. I don't necessarily need all this stuff. I might just take these ones because they are extra, like the extra tokens in case we miss something. Hopefully you don't miss anything. Take that. This needs to be in there as well. We also need the, with the script, this is kind of like the order sheet. So the first night, all this stuff happens. After that, you'll flip it over, and then this is what you continually do as players in. And then when there are things that are interacting, that are interesting interactions between players, it'll have their icons up here and then tells you what the specific rule is if those things are in the game together. Those are called jinxes. They kind of have interesting rules. So we're going to do that, and we should be good to go for blood on the clock tower. So the next time, well, I also have one more thing to do after this, but we're going to get this all situated. I'm going to leave all that stuff here for later, and then we're going to go and set my Star Wars Unlimited stuff up. But yeah, this is ready for tomorrow, so let's go and get to the next stuff. Okay, we'll be really quick with this. So like I said, I've got Star Wars Unlimited tomorrow, and I've been playing 2 different decks. I've got my Han Solo deck, and I've got my Bosk deck. And this deck is the one I've been playing the most lately, but this is one I've had for a long, long time. I played this one the last 2 nights. I think I'm not going to play that, so we're gonna put that up, and I'm going to go back to Bosk. So then I have my cards here for the deck I've been playing. It's kind of funny because I've won the last showdown with this deck, and I haven't changed it. It's been about 4 months, 3 or 4 months since then, and I've been just playing the exact same cards, even though we've had new cards come into the meta. So I think it's time I actually take a second to review this. So I've got everything laid out by the card type. I'm just going to go through this real quick. Hopefully it shouldn't take me too long because I got to get to bed. I lost my watch. It kind of sucks. Anyways, I got to get to bed so I can make the event tomorrow in the morning. And then we'll just do like maybe a brief update in the event. I don't want to take too much time with Star Wars Unlimited because really I wanted this video to be about Blood on the Clock Tower. So let's get going.
You could be getting information from me that way or giving information back to me. If you're ever picking a player, Tammy is a player, Cassandra is a player. If you're picking a role, that's off of the sheet. You'll use the sheet and point to that. So it's important to keep that distinction. Also important, when I have you open your eyes at night, don't close them until I do this. Pretty please. I've had situations where I have to keep like smacking someone because I have more information from you. Just keep your eyes open. During the day, you'll just talk, right? And most of the time for like the first...
Yeah. Are we just voting for somebody to kill?
Yeah. So during the day, you can get up and talk over here. You can stay in town if you want. I'll usually give 10, 15 minutes, and then they'll get progressively lower as the game goes on. So you guys can talk, call you back to town, and then we're looking to kill somebody, right, each day. The town, each living person can nominate someone once per day, and each person can be nominated once per day, dead or alive. You can nominate dead people. There's not really a reason to in this script, I don't think, but you can. Then we'll run votes. Alive players can vote any number of times per day that they want. Dead players get one remaining vote for the rest of the game. So don't waste it, it's really important, don't squander it. Unlike most social deduction games, so it's not like you just have to go sit off while we finish the game for an hour and a half. You still participate and collaborate and
like triggers it, like they get enough more evil than good when.
Blood on the clock tower. We are started and got my script, got my role. Gonna go talk to some people and see what kind of stuff we can get into. Nope.
I was a demon. I knew exactly who to kill.
Clearly, yes.
No
So
pressure.
that two of them would be dumbasses and both two should die.
This is my #1 game of all time.
Okay.
If you can find the huntsman, then they can
So,
just choose you.
the person who was the klutz came to both of us because they said that we can trust us now. And they said, so we already know we think Eric is the librarian, right? And they confirmed that Eric picked them out. But I hear that they both also woke up the first day and both ran off to it.
Here's my question.
Who?
If you're the damsel and
Eric
Lake's the
and what's the name of
huntsman,
the lady with the
why did
red
you kill
shirt on?
yourself?
Oh.
Because Lake could have just
Yes, I don't know her name though.
chose you. And you could
Immediately
have been
first
allowed
night,
to
they
play
both ran
Townsville.
off to a small corner to hide
Yeah.
off and
I
discussed.
didn't know who it was, and I was woken up to die.
Eric,
The
the
girl-
guy
the
who
girl
claimed
that's
to be a
sitting to
librarian,
me.
my neighbors, both
No, I
of
said
them.
he
The
just
girl
came
sitting
to
right
me
next to
and
me.
found out who I was. Just now.
Which if they are both bad, that really helps out with
But he,
stuff.
okay.
I mean, I'll be honest
get
with
it,
you.
but
My
it's
red
If
flags
everything I say is
on
suspect,
Eric.
then I'm probably still evil.
It is-
I was
it
being
is better
honest
if
when
you're
I
not.
said
So if you keep getting
he's
chosen,
sus.
keep saying no.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I can just tell when people are
Yeah,
sus.
forever.
All right,
So I was like, Eric is sus.
that's kind of why I chose to like.
Am I suspicious
Go
because I
see
let
that.
myself die?
Ah,
That's what it's coming from her.
you know,
No, I said if Leif was the huntsman, he could have chose you last night and made you a not-in-play townsfolk. There was no reason for you to have to kill yourself.
Yeah, but I didn't know who he was, and the chance of them picking me out.
okay.
And who did you say was the clerk?
They asked me not to say.
Ashlyn.
Oh.
You're such a piece of shit.
Oh.
Tell everyone what just happened.
Oh. What happened?
You better explain to me right now what happened before I tell everyone.
Alright,
Oh.
so about 5 minutes.
Are you sure who you are?
I don't get nighttime information.
2 minutes.
Okay, are we ready to start?
Not yet.
Is everyone set?
All right.
So, as the self-appointed matriarch of this community,
Matriarch.
I felt that there was a massive rift forming within our community between two townsfolk, one dead, one alive. And I do believe that this needs to be explained before any nominations happen.
I'm zooming in.
So I will be leaving it to the crowd to decide.
I explained it to you. I explained it to everybody that I trust.
Sammy didn't tell me anything.
First night, he knows what my role is. He saw me whisper in your ear. Just letting you know.
Okay. I also heard you whisper in my ear, and then I died. Funny how that works too.
Yeah, and I told you how that happened.
Okay.
All right, nominations.
You don't need to get my trust. You already lost it. You can try to get everybody else's stuff. You're welcome to.
Well,
Nominations are open.
I'm gonna tell you.
You're about to be mad at me, but I'm the one who died, so remember that.
You sure did, and I'm sorry.
Dying is no excuse for me.
So we're at seven. Seven of us have remained.
So 4 votes.
Theoretically.
That's 8.
We could
Are there
only
8?
have 4
There are 8.
8.
5. So
Fortu-
7 minus plus-
Fortunately, still 4 votes.
We have a claim of a klutz. At this point, does that klutz, if it's real, have any persons to point to if they were to die
Yes.
to not lose the game. Yes? Okay.
Based on the information I've gotten from a couple of people, yes.
Unless everyone is lost.
Is our virgin a klutz?
Everyone is.
Our virgin is dead.
Well, I'm just gonna say I don't think that there is a
Sacrifice for the
Baron.
well-being, as
Um,
always.
I think maybe Eric might be the Marinette and doesn't know, and that Billy was the demon.
I thought
And I think that he was the Scarlet Woman, and Billy killed himself the first
you just told me you
night.
thought I was the demon.
No,
Yes.
she said she got
Or
the
no, you
marionette.
told me
Yeah.
I thought I was the marionette.
No, I said Eric. I think Eric is the
Yeah,
Marinette.
when you were
He
talking to
doesn't
me
know.
and Billy, you said I was
Just getting info.
Well, I think Eric could be the Marinette.
Who do you trust the most?
I don't know. I trust
And
Adam.
I will say,
I would
do
say
have
I
a
trust
good
Adam.
role.
Really?
And I
I
told
trust
Brian
Adam.
and
I
Billy,
trust
I
Shane.
think he
Don't
used
trust
it
him.
I
again.
trust Shane
Oh,
just
I'm
below
fine,
Adam.
so-
but still.
In terms of my hierarchy of trust, there's Adam. Then there's Shane.
I'm here for
I just
So bad.
Who was the demon?
Who are
Was
demons?
it Sil? Or Zephia? Or Brian?
No one thinks it's me.
Who are we?
It was me.
Never found out, and he was very happy. The game probably could have ended on the first day. Was our damsel, Bald Billy, who was a little too loose-lipped with that information.
I was dead.
No, you may have told people before you were dead.
I died the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a day before that. Though.
A full.
That might not be true. Bald Billy died immediately as our damsel was no longer a problem. The huntsman was not able to find his damsel. But found out very quickly that the damsel was dead. So
Too early.
all good.
The body. Yeah.
Our sailor was Nick. He was telling the truth. He did not die because he was poisoned
I did die.
by our poisoner, Eric.
Told
I
you.
knew you were bad.
I called it from the beginning. I said he's sus. Y'all didn't listen to me.
Our philosopher
You are not the one good person alive.
waited until the third night
Flower girl.
to become the flower girl.
Oh.
We did not
And
say
he's
that.
correctly got on the night where only Zephia and Nick voted a yes. And that was because Zephia
Oh, that's right.
was our alternate.
What a freaking day. So let me just take a seat for a second and just like talk to you guys for a little bit. Kind of talk about the day. Because it was a long one. I obviously had the Star Wars Unlimited store showdown today. That's like a store championship. And I went undefeated throughout the entire day. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. It's been a long day, like I said. Went undefeated. I only lost 3 total games, but I didn't lose any matches. So I got all the way to the finals. But at the time of the finals came up, it was 5:40. And my event started between 6 and 6:30 at Blown Clocktower. So my opponent agreed to a split in terms of prizes, but I conceded to my opponent to give them the win, which was fine. I was more there for the experience and to have fun and to get prizes. Didn't really care for the title, but I still I'm happy I did as good as I did. Like, that was cool. And plus, I actually beat my opponent already in the Swiss rounds, which is like the normal event before the finals. So I'll chalk that up as a win. So now I'm home. It's real late. It's past 1 a.m. So I'm just going to wrap up. I just wanted to film this video before it got too late or I forgot or anything like that. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching this vlog. We're going to do a secret question of the day. Secret question of the day for those who stay till the end. For an additional entry to the giveaway right now for Avalon, the Riven Vale from Shadowborn Games. So what is the question of the day? Remember, to enter any of my giveaways, you must do the hashtag question of the day, QOTD, question of the day, hashtag, and then answer my question, which is, what is the longest you have spent playing games in a single day? As I've gotten older, these all-day gaming sessions have definitely worn on me. It's harder for me to do. I was definitely doing these a lot more when I was back in my 20s, in my 40s now. So it's definitely tiring. Like, my back was killing me. So that's my answer. So I don't do these often. That's also one of the reasons why, like, Twilight Imperium hasn't been played as much. It's just hard to commit to an all-day gaming session. But I'm curious of my audience, how many of you guys play all day, or what is the longest session you've done? Answer that question in the comment section down below, and you'll get yourself an entry. Secret entry, bonus entries. It's the best way to get more prize entries, right? Why not? So, all right. Remember, you also have to be subscribed and all that stuff. Make sure you set your subscriptions to public so I know. I have to know. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.